All right, man. Look like Anthony Joshua still training with Derek James. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We'll live or drop video. Check out the heavyweight boxing talk late playlist, boxing news playlist. And apparently AJ is in Dallas training with Derek James. So yeah, they getting it in one time for the one time. They still doing they my drinking and two step, my drinking. It's so I'm glad he didn't leave him, dude. You know, soon as somebody go through some turmoil, as soon as you start taking a few losses, then people want to start jumping ship. People want to stop believing in you. You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? People want to jump the ship and be, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Know how I go, bro. When you're winning, everybody want to be swimming, and when you're losing, everybody want to get out the pool and go find another pool to go in. That's why you take losses. You know, sometimes losses can be good. Sometimes you can take 7 steps back, just to take 2,000 steps forward. Just something, just that's just life. That's why a lot of people they don't know how to lose. There's a reason for losing. Winning and losing is balanced like yin and yang and good and evil. You know, what's the good without the evil? And what's the evil without the good? You know, I ever seen that movie with Pleasantville with Paul Walker, Toby Maguire, Reese Witherspoon. Really good movie. I think it came out like in the late '90s. It's one of my favorite movies to watch. And everything was perfect in Pleasantville. You know, everything was too perfect. You know, what's life is everything go right. You know, sometimes bad things got to happen for doors to open. You know, sometimes it's a good reason for a bad thing to happen. So, with Derrick James, just because took some losses, like I said, man, I ain't the biggest Derrick James fan, but what I can say, a lot of the losses, it wasn't his fault. If you out the ring for 16 months, both his last fighters that he lost with was out the ring for 16 months. What he supposed to do with that? He can't, force them to come in the gym and work out and stay on point. He can't force them to be more active. He ain't got no say so over the boxing schedule. So Anthony Joshua got to look at that. Anthony Joshua got to look at that. Like, Ryan Garcia got to look at that. Them dudes was inactive. One of the dudes came off injury. One of the dudes, both of them kind of came off injuries with the car accident. And, Errol Spence living the, life that he lived, which is not a clean one. So you just gotta start looking at those type of things, man. And I think for Anthony Joshua, this was, a right decision to make was to stay with Derrick James. You can't keep jumping around and people tend to work with Ben Davison as a side trainer, as a middleman. And they go over there, they work with him to stay sharp and whatever. Then they go back to their real trainer. You know what I'm saying? I think he still can't come over to the United States because of that sanction, whatever. But Fury been able to come back over here, I believe. So maybe he can come back. I think Fury been back over to the United States. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. I know they was banned over that whole situation with that advisor dude. Um, but yeah, Anthony Joshua only gonna get better. One or two fights. Unless it go, terribly, terribly wrong. It's not really gonna build the repetition that you need as a fighter. He's really not gonna get the train of thought that he get as a fighter. And Derrick James has got him fighting at a more optimum level. Basically, he's more efficient. You see how he got to throw his punches, conserving his energy, and that's something that he kind of didn't understand. He was like, "Well, how does Mayweather and Crawford fight so long and they pace themselves?" You know what I'm saying? They pace themselves, but then you got a lot of muscle in your body. You got to be able to pace yourself. Know when to explode. It's just like running a marathon. You don't see a marathon, runner shoot out the gates like Usain Bolt and maintain that speed. No, your workout, you got to know when to pace yourself, when to pick it up, when to pick it up again. Okay, pace myself. Now I got to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody run a 10 miles at a 10 mile at a 5-minute clip. Hell no. Especially with the amount of weight that's on his body. So it's all about breathing. It's all about, focus. It's all about pacing yourself. Even in the boxing ring. All these look at Mayweather. He knew how to pace himself. And once you learn how to pace yourself, you good. That's one of the underrated attributes, in the sport of boxing. Nobody talk about the pace, controlling the pace. Nobody talks about controlling the pace. I mean, people don't talk about controlling distance and none of that, you know, but just one of them underrated attributes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but you know, it is what it is. You know, but yeah, I think it's a smart thing for him to do. You know, but I think that's a smart thing to do. You know, jumping back and forth and all that. And uh I think it was the right decision to go with Derrick James right now. You know, I think, you know, you trying to teach Anthony Joshua to kind of, you know, do some things that he ain't customary to doing, and people say he need to learn how to move his head. I think it's better for him to use it to move his feet to get his head off the line. And I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing with Errol Spence moving his legs to get his head off the line. I think what happened with Errol Spence is, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention with Errol Spence. What happened was with him, it was simply, you know, he make a lot of defensive mistakes. He keep all he keep all his weight on his front foot, over his front foot. And then, you know, he got his chin hanging over his lead leg, over his right leg. When he throw a left hand, he square up. He give his opponent a full target. You know what I'm saying? These are things that y'all don't see or y'all fail to see. When he on the inside, he hanging his head his lead leg, his lead knee. You can't have that amount of weight over your lead knee, you know, and have balance. As soon as you get clipped, you're gonna be off balance. His balance is terrible. It's been terrible. So you put that amount of weight on that lead leg, what you think gonna happen? You got your chin hanging off you got your chin hanging over your front knee. Guess what? An uppercut. Then when you bring your hands back home, you know, you don't bring your hands right back home. You drop your hands. You going to sleep, ninja. You gonna get clocked. So when people start talking about weight and start talking about, I seen the deficiencies. I seen the deficiencies. This video going around them showing young Earl Spence hitting the bag and being more leaner and all this type shit. And my thing is, oh, this Spencer beat Terrence Crawford. No, he won't. Look at him. Look at his body posture. Once again, these are habits. You know, these are bad habits that was never corrected. He hanging his head over his lead knee. You can't do that when you fighting on the inside. I kept telling y'all he couldn't fight on the inside, and I kept telling y'all that he wasn't defensive responsible. He made mistakes, but you know what y'all be so you hate nigga, you hating, get money. You know what I'm saying? You know, but for Anthony Joshua, you know, he don't make that mistake. He don't make the mistakes. He don't make that type of mistake. You know, he kind of more of an upright style. That's European though. They more upright, so you won't see him make that mistake as much, or that exact mistake. You won't see it. You won't see it. You know. So it's just something that Errol Spence, you know, was able to get away with. That was just something that he was able to get away with. So, um, but but like I said before, I think it was a good fit for him. I think it was a real good fit for him. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But like he probably gonna fight in December again. They gonna keep him active. I think that's smart. I think it's good for TV ratings. I think it's good for his development. Um, so yeah, I think they're doing the right thing with Anthony Joshua, just keeping him active. You know, especially if You know, they preparing for Deontay Wilder, and Wilder don't have no activity. It makes too much sense. You know, it makes too much sense not to keep Anthony Joshua active and Wilder ain't active. Then he'll have a huge edge, and PBC fighters continue not to be active. So why not make your fighter active and give him a better chance? You've seen how the activity is killing the PBC fighter. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist, boxing news playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.